Well, America's Freedom Bell has a new home at the Veterans Museum at Balboa Park. A ceremony will be held today. I'll tell you more about it when we come back. There it is.
So pretty.
America's Freedom Bell will officially have a new permanent home this week. It will be at the Veterans Museum at Balboa Park. How about that? Joining me now to talk about it is Jack Harkins, the president of the Veterans Museum, and Richard Rovsek from the Spirit of Liberty Foundation. Nice to have you gentlemen here.
Good to be here.
What does it mean to have this bell here in San Diego permanently?
It means a great deal to the Veterans Museum. Our mission is to lead San Diego to recognize and honor the service of veterans of all eras. The Freedom Bell being cast and dedicated to honor all of our armed forces, past, present, and future. It's perfect, and we're honored that we've got a spot for the bell right now, and every San Diegan can come visit the museum and ring that bell.
I remember, Richard, when you unveiled the bell there, it's beautiful. It's made from the steel from the Twin Towers, right?
The bell actually has 330 pounds of bronze, but it's 11 pounds of steel from the World Trade Center, and we got that literally 3 days before we cast it on June 6th,
right? Wow.
Which was D-Day. So 6 years from this coming June 6th, the bell has had over 5 million people touch it and ring it from Normandy, the beaches, to Pearl Harbor every year.
Now, I've seen the Liberty Bell in Philadelphia, and that is quite a thing to see. But you can't get anywhere near that bell. You can't touch it. You can take a photograph of it. But this one, you can. What's the difference? I mean, for you, you can actually physically ring it. What does that mean to Americans?
I should tell you that I touched the Liberty Bell when I was 10 years old.
You did?
And a ranger grabbed my arm. But I'm that kind of person.
Yeah.
Well, the bell has. It's listening to America. I mean, with 5 million people, the people who come up to ring that bell do it to honor a family member, a hero, or a friend who served. And a lot of them are very emotional. I'd like to just share one, because the very first day, we unveiled it at Independence Hall on June 14th, 6 years ago. It's the birthday of the Army, a competitor of Jack's. And but it's also Flag Day. And after the ceremony, in which we had, I think, 26 generals, it was open to the public, and I will never forget this, and I have a hard time not having tears come to my eyes. But a little girl, red hair, freckles, 9 years old, walked up and rang the bell, and I looked at her and said, "Who are you going to ring the bell for?" She said, "I'm ringing it for my dad." And as she rang it, she turned. I looked at her and said, "Where's your dad?" He'd been killed in Desert Storm. Oh. So we get the stories of everything from my son serving in Afghanistan, I'm ringing it for him, to my grandfather was in World War I or II or whatever. It's a very emotional thing.
You know, there's no doubt that young girl will go back to that bell many times over her lifetime and ring that bell for her dad.
Yes.
What a touching story.
Yeah.
That is among many other hundreds of stories, thousands of stories being told in this Veterans Museum, and the beauty of it is that everyone from all the different conflicts that our men and women have suffered through are memorialized there.
Yes, we've got collections of artifacts that servicemen had from World War I on, and letters from servicemen in all the services from all over the conflicts of them to home, and from their families to them that have been brought to us and preserved. And there's some rare treasures there within our collection. We have one of the pens that Admiral Nimitz used when he accepted the signature of the Japanese forces on the deck of the Missouri and signed that surrender document. So yes, it's a great addition to have the Freedom Bell on display, and a new, beautiful display that San Diegans can come and see.
You know, we talk about, and sometimes too casually, that this is a military town. This is very much a military town. You know, we all get chills when we salute the flag. We all, there's a special component about a San Diegan being here, and having that here is so important to us as a community.
I'd like to add something that's really important. Every single day when the bell is not traveling, there will be a few days, the bell will be this year, as it has been, and this will be the 6th year, Memorial Day on the Mall in Washington, D.C. We have it at the Pentagon, we have it at the World War II, we have it at the Korean and at the Vietnam Wall. But when it's here, every single day, the first two people will be rung for are Medal of Honor recipients. And that's something very special. We've worked with the Medal of Honor Society, which Congress, it's actually Congressional Medal of Honor Society, and there are over 3,000 that have been awarded that are recipients, and there are only 72 that are alive. And we're going to have 3 of them on Wednesday, it appears.
So let's talk about Wednesday. What are we going to see there on Wednesday?
The unveiling is something we're preparing for, and we're very pleased at the turnout that we expect to be joining us there. And we're grateful for those media agencies, especially KUSI, coming out and helping San Diegans see for themselves through your help.
We support you 100%. We're proud to be part of all of that. Thank you so much for being here, both of you. And congratulations. This is a great thing to have in San Diego permanently. Gentlemen, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.